That'll do it?
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Hazard Garage, and we are going to work on the suspension this episode for the Miata. This is not a Miata, it's an Integra, but imagine the Miata right there. So we're gonna replace the damaged suspension bits that were in the accident, and we're gonna replace the coilovers, sway bar, and some bunch of other stuff, so stick around and check it out. Our little Miata was in a fender bender that bent the upper control arm, and that definitely had to be replaced. But while we were in there, we were also going to replace the worn ball joints, tie rods, as well as upgrade the suspension with Coilovers shocks, ground control springs, and a thicker front sway bar. It sounded like a pretty straightforward job, but those were famous last words. Where's my hammer? Almost through. Not sure if this is really visible, but on the top is a brand new replacement OEM upper control arm bolt, and the one on the bottom is the one that gave us 3 days worth of trouble. You can see the little bit of a bow there, and that's what gave us a lot of trouble. And we had to do some major damage to that upper control arm to get it out. But it is out, so the show will go on. All right, this is how easy the upper control arm bolt is supposed to be on a side that wasn't messed up in a crash. Oh, sorry, hold on, there you go. Look at that, hands only. Wait, what? Oh my God, it's stuck. There you go. Wait, what? Oh my. There's a screw. There's a screw right in front of the bolt that needs to go out, Miata! I hate you so much. All right, so that came out pretty easy, and this is on the driver's side that did not get hit. And look, I can hand loosen this compared to the other side, because that's how it's supposed to go. Just like that. That's how it's supposed to go. So let's go ahead and just continue on the driver's side, replacing right there, the upper control arm, and then also we're gonna replace the shock with our new ground control and Coilovers. So. All the cotter pins are off, all the castle nuts are off. So now we're just gonna use the ball joint fork. We're just gonna pound these things out. All right, I don't know if you can hear us, but there's a giant rainstorm going on. But anyway, old control arm out, old shock and spring out. So we got this side, the driver's side, completely deassembled. And now we're gonna go and put in the aftermarket stuff or the OEM replacement stuff. Hopefully the rest of this goes smoothly, because everything has been difficult, rusted on, parts are in the way, and it's been a bit of a mess, but let's keep going. Tomorrow, because it is actually pretty late right now on a Sunday, so we're gonna go ahead and pick this up most likely tomorrow. So here we go. All right, so right now we're gonna go ahead and get and prepare the coilovers to put onto the car. So we kind of measured the original length of the stock shock system, and that came into about like 17 or 18.
18 and a half on the original.
Yeah.
And then 17 and a half that we adjusted, so we did take about an inch off.
Go from there and see what that's gonna be like.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and take off the top hats on the coilovers, and we're gonna go install our bump stops. But yeah, take it from there. Okay, minor annoyance and update. update. So we can't finish putting on the coilovers because we don't have the correct bolts for the top hat. We have a feeling that because the top hat's maybe like an NB top hat or something, the stock top hat nuts won't screw in, so we gotta go ahead and get some replacements of those. And then also, we don't have an Allen key wrench at the garage, so we're gonna have to go and pick that up. But the show must go on. We're gonna go ahead and try to go as far as we can and just all but bolt up the coilovers into the car. So let's just keep moving. I don't know if you guys can see that, but look at how dry. What, 200,000 miles? 200,000 miles in about 25 years will put you. I think it looks like hard butterscotch candy or something. All right, let's go ahead and get the tie rod tool that we rented. Break this sucker out. Perfect. That's the one. That's the one. All right, so the way you kind of use this tool is you take one of these crow's feet and whichever one fits your tie rod here, right? Just like that. I'm gonna go ahead and mount it in here. And then what you do is you slide it over. You slide it over, and then you put a socket at the other end, and you just twist, and that'll go ahead and loosen this off so we can take it out. Oh my God. There it is, broken. I don't know if you guys can see this, but look at how easily this moves. How loose the steering must have been because of this. And then now we have the new replacement. I can't even do it by hand. So this is going to be incredible how much of a difference in steering feel replacing these are going to be. So even if it's not busted, you probably might want to just do this after, I don't know, 200,000 miles in 30 years. Might be a good idea. Alright, so the sway bar is in. You can see it right there. Comes with the brackets here. And then also I went ahead and installed this sway bar mount brace. So I'm gonna go ahead and show a video from another YouTuber that shows how much this OEM bracket flexes under load. And over time, as this part flexes, they're prone to crack. So putting this brace here actually will prevent that from happening. I'll go ahead and I'll show that video just to show you how much flex really occurs during that. With that, the suspension's all bolted up. New upper control arms, new tie rods, coated yellow shocks, ground control coilover sleeves. It's definitely going to have the Miata sitting and handling pretty. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for this episode of Hazard Garage. We got the Miata sitting pretty on the suspension that we want it to be on. So make sure you subscribe to see the rest of the journey of the Miata. Again, it's not the Miata. And just remember,